Hey Chicken Gang, I got 4 things to cover in this video. The first and foremost is the Tesla stock price prediction, and the next 3 things to announce regarding Tesla. It's been a while since I've done Tesla charts, lots of requests, let's go. This is Tesla daily stock chart, and when you zoom in, Tesla has been trending sideways. What happened? See this, there was a wedge over here, and like all wedges, the stock price shot up. It hit some kind of resistance at about nearing $900, and it came crashing back down to a very nice support area here, bouncing off, and it came to around the same support area, so double bounce. This area here is a very strong level of support. Let me demonstrate this further. As the stock came plunging down, it kind of like touched this area and it went back up. Second time it happened, it touched this area. You notice this green bar here? If I go to zoom in, I'll zoom in further. This candle over here, you see this nice little long wick here? Yeah, so the stock price went down during the day and a very big rejection happened and came back up again. So this is the support line. Let's draw the resistance line. This line over here represents a very good ceiling, a very good resistance line. And because Tesla is trading sideways, you notice from my previous video, I'm trading Tesla stock sideways, generating a lot of income too. To confirm this support line further, let's go back and check my Fibonacci retracements which I drew long time ago. So what I need to do is find the Fibonacci extension tool here. And how do you draw Fibonacci extensions? Hold on, let me clear the entire chart first. You take the base of the push, before the push upwards, you take the base of the push to the top of the push and back down to retracements level. So this is the retracement level. I'm going to extend it outwards. This support line is at $774, same as where I drew the support line previously. Let me just put back the support line. Just now I drew this support line here. So this confirms one thing. This support line is a very strong place where people will start buying. That means, let's say the Tesla stock is dropping and there's a lot of buyers in the world that realize, hey, this is too cheap now, I will start buying. And this is the line that drives Tesla stock above the support line, which is a pretty good place to buy Tesla stock. So now we kind of established like the 776 region is a strong support region. Support regions are a great place to add stock for very obvious reasons. The question is, what if it breaks support further down? Again, I'm going to clear the entire chart and let's draw where will the next support region will be. This is pretty simple. Tesla stock over here, it went up, it kind of hit a further resistance before bouncing down, and the moment it bounced off this line over here, the stock surged outwards. So this is called breaking the ceiling, breaking the resistance, and it allows the stock to go back up. So the previous resistance is a very good place to see where the next support area will be. So again, drawing my trend line across. So the next support region, ironically, is $699.60. I know the irony of that number. The only way I see Tesla stock dropping to that region is due to the overall market weakness, and it is no fault of Tesla. But do remember that in the weakest market, the strongest companies stand out, and we've seen that happen in March, and every single correction, the strongest company will remain the best investment to put your money in. Now this is sort of a bad news, sort of. If you Google which stock pattern has the highest accuracy, and the results is usually head and shoulders pattern. This is a bearish pattern and is projected to be accurate 85% of the time. How does a head and shoulders pattern look like? It looks something like this. There is a shoulder, and this is a head. It sort of looks like a middle finger. So going back to Tesla stock, this is a small tiny little head, a shoulder that looks pretty weird, and another shoulder here. The head and shoulders pattern looks a bit off. This here seems a little bit off, and the head and to the shoulder pattern here, the distance is also a little bit different from this side here. However, it still kind of look like a head and shoulders pattern. So it's just for you guys to take note of. So what is my long-term prediction and how I think Tesla stock price will move? I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and I will use Fibonacci extensions. So Fibonacci extensions, this time I'm going to use from the start of the push to the end of the push and coming back down to the retracement level. Tesla stock needs to break a certain level before it moves up to its next upper limit. So I will foresee Tesla stock moving along sideways for a little while, just sideways for a little while. This may not be the 100% representation, but roughly there. And when Tesla stock breaks a resistance, which is this line over here, which is about 897, Tesla stock will move upwards towards the $1,024 range. So the next area of push will be around this region here. So this is where I see Tesla stock next. Do note that Tesla, when it breaks upwards, it may not be exactly here, it may be here or maybe here. It doesn't matter, but I know sooner or later it's going to be around here. And at that point in time, really don't complain to me that is it too late to buy. I'm really telling you guys that this support region here is cheap and we have a lot of long way to go. When Tesla becomes the most valuable company in the world, the chart will look something like that. Let me zoom out a little bit. When Tesla becomes the most valuable company in the world, Tesla stock price will be up here. It will be somewhere up here. So what's the point if you are trying to play around, 780, 690? It's going to be here in the end, so it really doesn't really matter. What matters is if you take the position early and just ride out the bumps. My overall view of Tesla stock, if you are given a choice to buy during red days or green days, it will always be on red days for me, because nobody can time the stock market. Again, it doesn't matter if it's like 780 or 690. What matters is, do you see the stock price, let's say $2,000 or $4,000 one day? If you do, what you want to do today, it's pretty easy. Let's say, for example, if you do not see a $2,000 stock price or a $1,000 stock price at all, any small movement is going to shake your life up. I suggest you take away your money and just go away. You clearly do not have a clear understanding of the business you are invested in. These days, I cover less Tesla news because there is so many great sources out there. However, if I see something missing, I will mention it. So, 3 things. Number 1 is Tesla mentioned that they will accept payments in Bitcoin. I'm not too sure why nobody is mentioning this, but let's say you're Tesla and you're going to reach worldwide adoption. And let's say they sell their cars to in a country whose currency is pretty sketchy. Maybe Iran, maybe North Korea. Bitcoin is an amazing platform to accept payments, so do keep that in mind. Number 2, the $25,000 Tesla car, the news has been played up and played down recently. My source tell me that the $25,000 Model 3 will be announced this year. The third point, I mentioned this previously, delivery growth this year will be nuts. I mentioned a 60% growth year over year, and that is stupid growth for a car manufacturing company. And I think 60% may not be true anymore. There's a lot of chatter here and there everywhere. I think it will be closer to 80% growth year over year, and it's going to stun a lot of analysts this year. That's why I'm selling everything and buy Tesla. Anyway, wrapping up, as highlighted in my previous video, I told you that I'm slowly adding in Tesla stock with all my proceeds from selling all other stocks. I'm adding. I post my field order on Twitter. Cathy Wood is adding. Tesla community is adding. What's your problem? I know what's your problem. It's called donkey syndrome. Don't be a donkey.